Hi, this is Heidi Caswell here, WordPress 101 for Boomers. And I'm going to go back a little bit more and talk about changing the permalinks. Now, the permalinks, a lot of people don't know what they are to start with. I didn't. Someone told me about it and taught me how to do that, so that was good. When you set up a WordPress site, by default, it's going to be /page equals 263, or 264, or 10, or 12, or just whatever the number is. And that really doesn't mean anything to your visitors. It's going to be showing up right up here at the top. This is just a preview thing here. And it's going to be showing up there at the top. And really, when you have your structure set up so it shows this instead of this, it means more to the search engine and it means more to your visitors. Now, it's really easy to go in and change the permalinks. And I got a tutorial I did earlier, and I do suggest that everyone have the friendly links set up on their sites. Now, the problem that comes into is what if you've already had your site for a while and you've passed out these sites and you've linked to your site and they all have this type of link linking back to you. When you go back and change those, you don't want to lose all those links. You don't want them just to go to this file can't be found. And so you don't want to lose that. If it's a brand new blog and you've only got a couple links, no big deal. You can just change it. But what you want to do is, well, what if it's not? So we're going to go over a few things on this. One thing that you can do here, I went in to test this on a blog, and I had one that I was working on, and I went and I switched it back to the default, and I saved the link. And then I went in and changed it to the custom structure, which is just the post name. That's what I like to use. That's what I switched it back to. And actually it worked. I didn't have to do anything else. The links were working. Now this is when I was using the default structure, and for WordPress it's pretty smart, and this may work for a lot of them if you're using this. You want to check and make sure different servers, different things may work a little bit differently. They should work pretty much close to the same, but just check it and see if it works. Okay, here's a link here, and if you look in that back there in this bottom corner, it will show that's the same address. That's what will show up, not just what's in the link. And then if I go ahead and click on that link with the p equals 150, it sends me to the link itself with the name. So it's automatically redirecting, which is pretty cool. And so that's one thing to try. Now what if you had done something else on your permalinks? Okay, let's say that you went and you changed it so that your posts are now showing up with the date, the total date on, and the name. Okay, you can see it right up there in the sidebar. So now we're going to go ahead and change it back, and we're going to see whether that link still works. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let me go change back. Sorry about cutting you off there. We're going back and we're changing the permalink settings so they're just the post name. That's what we want. But I wanted to check and see if it was this and then change the post link, what happens. Okay, here's the link. We're going to go ahead and open it up in a new window. And you're getting a file not found. So if you didn't have default, but you're switching from one of these kinds to another kind, then you're going to have to do something else. Either leave it as it is, or you're going to have to make some changes. A redirect plugin may work for this, and I'm going to go ahead and activate it, and we're going to check it out and see how it works. A lot of things on WordPress you just try and check and see what it does and see how it affects things, and you can see how it's working. And you can get there by clicking on the settings, or you can go over to tools and redirection, and that will take you to this. Okay, let's say I go ahead and go back to this oatmeal cake and try to get to it, and the file's not found. Now over here in the log, you can see that someone tried to access your site at this link, and this link is no longer working. And then you want to go ahead and change your links. Okay, you can take the link, and you can go ahead and move the link over to here. Just put the new one in, add redirection. Okay, we're going to go ahead and try to go to the oatmeal cake there again, where we were getting the file not found. And it comes up, and that works. And this is a way to find things that people may be linking to you on files that aren't working anymore, and you can change them to where you really want them to go. And this plugin does more than that, and we will be back in just a minute with another tutorial. But this is how you can change individual things up here one by one. Have fun with this. Heidi Caswell, WordPress 101 for Boomers.